Hi Scorpio, it's your girl Alex and I'm back to bring you guys another tarot reading. I know I haven't been on too frequently. Typically around July, August, I do tend to slow down, but you know, I'm trying. I hope y'all are doing good, especially in this Mercury retrograde, but let's get to it. God, angels, universe, can you please bless Scorpio with some incredible information? I'm just moving around my white bamboo. Thank you, God. I'm sorry for the interruption. I know. Thank you. I love you. Amen. My angels are rolling their eyes like, could you just focus on one thing? Page of Swords, communication and information. So you got a message coming to you. And the message, this is the Nine of Pentacles. So the message has something to do with some sort of abundance. That to me feels like somebody could be reaching out to you to buy or sell something from you. Okay? It feels to me like there's an opportunity for you to make money. That's the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody wants to buy something from you. Angels are saying this could really resonate with anyone who's selling property. There's the Hierophant. Right? You're selling your house, you're selling your car, you're selling antiques, you're selling heirlooms. There's an estate sale. Nine of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you, you're at your wit's end. That Nine of Wands showed me the wit's end. There's the Knight of Swords. Okay, we're in a Mercury retrograde. The Tower. Woo, breakdown in communication. Judgment. And a Ten of Wands. Okay. Scorpio, do me a favor. You know, by now, possibly, a lot of you should be really familiar with Mercury retrograde. I know in my past videos during the 3rd or August Mercury retrograde, right? So this particular Mercury retrograde is not the 3rd of the year, but it is the August Mercury retrograde. I believe Mercury comes out of retrograde August 11th. Please do me a favor and double and triple and quadruple over explain yourself, right? Please, I am begging you to make sure that whomever you are speaking to, they receive your message as it was meant. Because what I just heard when I looked at this card, the Ten of Wands, I heard someone is misinterpreting your messages, right? They're, you know, you're like, hey, well, you know, I wanted to sell my car to try to, you know, downgrade and get me something else and pay off some debt, right? What someone might hear is, oh, well, I'm overcharging you because I got a lot of debt that needs to be paid. I know, I'm shaking my head too. Okay. So I am begging you, right? Because the Knight of Swords with the Tower kind of says, it's a breakdown of communication, right? So it's almost like the message that's sent is not received. There's a different message that's received, and the message that's received is more of a judgmental one. People could accuse you of being arrogant. People could accuse you of grandstanding. People could confuse you with being egotistical, right? Which are all of the things that the Emperor is, who's also ruled by Mars, right? Aries, okay? The Emperor for the Tarot is Aries. The Judgment card is a Mars card, and Mars rules both Aries and Scorpio. So to an extent, if you have Aries in your chart, God bless you. I love you. I love you anyway, regardless of your chart. But if you have Aries anywhere near the Mercury placement in your astrological chart, this reading may ring bells for you. It really may resonate with you. Okay. Angels just also said to me too, this is absolutely going to apply to a work or financial situation. So if you own your own business, if you work for a big corporation, it could be not, I don't know about academics. Angels are saying if it applies academically, it could be you having a hard time to get into a groove when it comes to any sort of schoolwork. So in other words, your professor or classes that you're taking, it's hard for you to get in line, right? It's hard for you to pick up what's being taught to you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so the Page of Swords is new communication. Nine of Pentacles about some sort of abundant or financial opportunity, right? Somebody wants to make you an offer. Somebody wants to do business with you. Somebody wants to create some sort of established relationship or connection with you, even if it is contractual, right? As in, trying to sell my house, downgrade, pay off my debt. Okay, so if you owned a, I don't know, $20,000 car, you want to sell that off and get to $20,000. Maybe you want to get something that's, a little buy here, pay here, or something $4,000 or $5,000. Then take the remainder of that and pay off your debt. So the acquisition of the new car, right? The purchase of the new car is what angels are saying, that new contractual agreement, right? Even if you pay for it in cash, now you have a new obligation. So I hope that makes sense. But I do feel like, Scorpio, that especially for the month of August, and I'm being told August specifically, 2025, a lot of people are going to want to collaborate with you. Now, collaboration, when I hear the term, and I think I know the human definition, collaboration to me usually mean equal, right? There's a mutual effort on, by several parties, because it doesn't necessarily have to be two parties. It could be 4, 6, however many people, but there is equal effort from every last one of those people as part of the collaboration, right? That's the term that angels are using, and that's the human term. But the energetic definition of collaboration to me means, realistically, somebody wants you for what you bring to the table, right? They want to collaborate with you because you are the sugar honey iced tea. Okay. Because, yeah, it's almost like you are the commodity. So somebody is wanting to contractually work with you, but angels are saying they're still using the word collaborate. So take that as it resonates. It to me kind of feels like it's going to go in as a collaboration, but you are really the MVP. Most valuable player. Okay, we got the King. Ooh, King of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. Yeah, I feel like somebody's excited too. I also feel like angels are saying maybe within one day or 1 week of viewing this reading, somebody's going to approach you with some sort of exciting offer or opportunity. Now, by the way, when you hear about the offer or opportunity, it may not be exciting to you. You may be like, yawn, right? So if the offer itself is not exciting, the person delivering it is excited. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we're in Leo season. Ooh, the Ace of Wands with the Ace of Swords. I know. I heard, I don't know if August 11th, I think August 11th is still Leo season. They're telling me this could happen somewhere around the double ones, between the 1st of August or the 11th of August, which is when Mercury comes out of retrograde. I know about the shadow period. No need to post that in the comments. Okay, we got the Page of Cups. Oh, 3 of Swords. Yeah, you got a lot of Leo. A lot of Leo on the table. Ooh, and the Moon card. Secret Judgment. All right. So what I'm hearing is, this is the moon card. Yeah, you could see that a bit because of the glare. But what I heard is, okay, this could be a partnership. Take it as it resonates, right? As in a love partnership, a business partnership, familial partnership. You and your mom wants to start baking cookies and selling cookies, right? But it kind of feels like one of you are demanding. Yeah, very demanding. That's that King of Wands. The King of Wands is tough, right? The King of Wands demands a lot of his or her people. Okay, they have they're like staff sergeant, drill sergeant. I know staff sergeant and drill sergeant are very different. This one feels more like a drill sergeant, somebody who just goes hard, I guess is the best way to put it, right? Somebody's going to approach you about some sort of business idea, and angels are saying, okay, even if you work in corporate, right, somebody could approach you, right? Say you're a developer, right? You write code. Someone could approach you somewhere in the August time frame, 1st or to the 11th, and they may be like, hey, we have this special project that we don't necessarily need your coding skills on, but we need you to consult on, and we're going to pay you double your salary. That's what this feels like. And whomever this is who's making this offer, to me, feels very high up, right? C-suite and higher. And they're not going to take no for an answer because they know you're the best of the best. Like, literally, I'm not even looking at these cards. That's the that's what I'm getting from my intuition, right? You got the Ace of Wands, which is an exciting, fiery, passionate, creative new beginning. Then you have the Ace of Swords, very clear, right? The Ace of Swords is the Ace of clarity. Okay, Ace of Swords sometimes for me is your stinger, Scorpio, because at the end of the day, when you do sting somebody, they know they're stung. Okay, all right. The Hierophant and the Six of Cups is, it's you going back to your element, right? If you went to school for coding, or maybe, like, I know the car dealers tend to do this. They tend to bring back older models. I know Ford did it with the Mustang, right? They go back to the old, throwback model, but they modernize it. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. And whether it's in corporate America or corporate, England, or corporate, Australia, Sydney, whatever have you, corporate Alberta, it feels to me like you are getting back to some sort of throwback knowledge, right? You went to school for coding, or when you went to school, you learned C++, and now this new project is, a revamp on C++. I hope that's making sense. I feel like, in all honesty, angels are saying you're going to have to brush the dust off some sort of knowledge, Yeah, this is so cool. Oh, my angels said it's the development of your recessive side. So you have dominant and you have submissive, or dominant and recessive. So you have the strongest part of yourself, and then you got the part that's needing development, right? The part that you don't really use too often. Angels are saying, like, the ability to move your ears. I've mentioned this as well in one other reading. My son can move his ears, and I heard that when we were primates, or early in our human development, we were able to move our ears kind of like animals. I mean, we are an animal, right? So there's some sort of primal throwback knowledge or ability or skill that you have, that whether it's corporate or school, or again business or whatever, you're gonna have to kind of dig it out the crates, or go back to the crates, as we used to say in the hood. And that usually means that when a DJ has to go into the crates, that's some vintage, authentic, throwback, classic stuff. Okay. Yeah, my angels also said too, for a lot of you, especially if you antique, or for some of you, if you do antique, you could roll upon something that's really freaking valuable. I know I have like a ColecoVision. I have like one of the original Nintendos, right? It just kind of feels like there's some sort of classic throwback item or skill or ability or knowledge that you are about to revamp, and you're going to get paid or compensated heavily for it. Okay? I know my angel said, beware, readings are not episodal. I always say that. So just like your favorite season of, I don't know, White Lotus, right? Readings are not season 1, episode 1, season 1, episode 2, season 1, episode 3. Readings are not like that. So in the beginning, we started talking about how you're trying to somebody may be trying to work with you. Now we're talking about freaking antiquing or some sort of throwback knowledge. So as the reading goes on, the information evolves. That's the best way I could put it. Okay. Now there is some sort of hidden judgment here. Angels are saying this is a universal lesson. That makes sense. I have the Hierophant and Judgment here together. And then also the Tower there. So the tower in Strength to me kind of feels like something is being uprooted. I hope that makes sense, right? There's something, especially with the Moon card. Moon card for me represents deep, 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 right? Whether they're emotions, whether they're habits, whether they're, something about your conditioning, something about your psychological development that's deep at your core, that's kind of trapped down there in the deep. Angels are saying, as an example, you could sing your ass off and you love to sing. And you when you're a young person, you're like, yeah, I want to be the next Lena Horne or the next, Billie Holiday, right? And then you got older and you joined the military. You know what I mean? And you had a great freaking military career, had a family, everything was wonderful. But that dream of singing, right? And blessing the world with that beautiful harmonic vibration that's still buried inside of you. And with this reading, it just kind of feels like that's now going to start to uproot and come out of you. So that probably is the best example of what this reading feels like. The part of it, at least, that has to do with some sort of ancient or classic or throwback energy skill, something that's coming to the surface. And my angels just said to me, remind them that Mercury retrogrades are not just about things coming back around, but they also involve the Tower, which is energetic eruptions. An energetic eruption is almost like an immediate evolving, right? So like psychological and human development, we become who we are by experiences and cycles and things kind of going around and coming around. When you think about your calendar birthday, right? Before you can celebrate a calendar birthday, you have to go through the 4 seasons. You have to go through 364 or 365 days if it's a leap year, right? You have to go through all of those days before you come back to the birth or the celebration of your birth, which is your birthday, right? So angels are saying here that things being uprooted or the cycle and karma just going around. Eruptions are also karmic, right? Because even though they're not coming around, they are coming up and out, and then they go dormant. Then they come up and out, then they go dormant. I always say the hand gestures are completely free. And that was a big message, because especially as humans, we look at things in a linear way, right? Again, episode 1, episode 2, we look at things in a step-by-step way. But I do kind of feel, and it feels like the reading is shifting again. The universe is wanting you to start looking at things from all dimensions, right? 3 dimensions is length, width, height. The 4th dimension, I believe, is time, right? So now you have an object that's long and it's wide and it's tall. 4th dimension says, well, now we can move. And I'm not going there. I know I don't want to go through the whole quantum mechanics and stuff where time and space need each other, right? But it just kind of feels like the universe is bringing something back from your inner past, right? Something that's related to your development, the development of who you are. Now, no, it's not fucking negative. I just heard what you said. It's not negative. Although I have the 3 of Swords here and the Knight of Swords, that to me is just how you're triggered, right? Even as I'm talking to you, some of you are like, oh shit, you're being triggered, as in you're having that aha moment or that eureka moment where you're like, damn it, I just dreamt about this, or, right? You're being ignited, which is what a trigger is. Psychology coined the term trigger, but it really just means that bolt of information. Tower moment, right? That bolt of information that hits you so strongly and it just shatters all other ideas or information that were laying dormant at the time. That's a huge message. Tower with the moon card. Something inside of you is laying dormant, and the universe is like, pick, pick, pick. Right now, it's trying to remove whatever it can. I know. No. My angel said the universe is trying to rock your world. And they really mean that from a tower standpoint, Scorpio. That's who you are, right? The universe is trying to rock your world. Oh my God. But it's trying to do it to uncover a hidden gem of who you are. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, there's the 5 of Wands. There's the disruption. So let's look at this. I got to read these cards. I'm just reading intuitively. Let me put them all out. I'm not going to shuffle no more. I know. I hear the Michael Jackson song in my head. And girl. I don't know the words. Yeah. Rock my world. Him and Chris Tucker, right? Yeah. All right, let me finish. I said I went and shuffle. There's the devil. Oh, I know. Angels are saying you're going to fear the reemergence of this energy because you feel out of practice. You haven't used it in so long. And again, go back to that example of the person who can sing a beautiful songstress and beautiful songbird, and they serve their country. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. They sacrificed and served their country and put their gifts and talents on hold. Well, now the universe is like, okay, baby, well, we're taking those gifts and talents off hold. Okay, now I'm going to go through this real quick. So I have the Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. I have the Ace of Wands here again. Yeah, the Ace of Wands with the Strength card. So Ace of Wands with Leo and Scorpio. The Ace of Wands with Leo here. Okay, so, and you have the Knight of Cups. That's Pisces. Yeah, so the universe it's almost like a defibrillator where it is, whatever this is, this hidden gem, the universe has connected to it, okay? And these aces are the universe sending current through whatever's dormant to reignite and boof, bring it back into full active motion. I hope that makes sense. Angels are saying intuitively, Scorpio, you know what this is. I can almost guarantee 99.1% of Scorpios watching this knows exactly what the universe is starting to ignite. And angels are saying it's in your greatest discomfort, right? For me personally, it's my intuition. I can tell you that right now. Right? I can tell you that right now because I've been getting random hits and random messages that I've been trying to shove down. It's like, no, I don't want that to happen, or no, I don't want to know that, or no, I don't, I don't want this information. I'm like, get back, get back. Universe is like, boof. You see what I mean? So yeah, I know intuitively a lot of you all know how in your life the universe is starting to reignite or revamp, whether it's your intuition, whether it's your sex drive, whether it's your motivation, whether it's your dominance, whether it's your ego, whether it's your whatever it is. Okay, now Angel said, well, girl, you don't spend so much time. Ain't you don't need to read those cards. You done told them the messages. Well, I'm gonna look over one more again. I got the King of Swords here, this card here. Oh, these are the black cards. And the middle cards for my tarot enthusiasts. Okay. So some sort of Mercurian communication. Somebody could say something to you and piss you off, and then you have an argument with them. And then later on, when you're thinking about the argument, you're going to get some sort of intuitive message that says, hey, that's not what Brenda meant. She said it and she really meant it this way. And then you're going to be like, well, damn, why did I take it that way? And you know what? I noticed I've been taking things out of context for the last whenever. I need to look into that. And yeah, I know. Where did that come from? My mom used to always jump to go, right? I know I started going down a rabbit hole, but somebody's going to do that, right? But the purpose of that message was to say to you, there's going to be some sort of communication, right, that ignites this trip down a rabbit hole back into this suppressive core, repressive or suppressed core, where there is secret information, there is secret talent, there are secret skills that need to emerge, that need to come to the surface. Brenda, you could go back to Brenda and be like, damn, I apologize for snapping at you yesterday. I didn't realize that this is what you meant. And, not only that, but I realized I've been walking around with a chip on my shoulder, snapping at everybody who just tells me what to do, right? There is some sort of secret discovery that's going on with you, Scorpio, and I'm here for all of it. So I have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and also the Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's a beautiful message. My angels just said for a lot of you, you're about to, I can't say to them, re-understand. I didn't even know. You're about to remember how powerful love is. You're about to remember how powerful your heart is. That was the message specifically. I feel like, and I just heard, and Michael Jackson's energy must be around me, because my angel said for a lot of you, you're about to look in the mirror and really see who you are. You're not going to look at the nose and the eyebrows and the eyelashes looking back at you, but you're about to look into yourself and see yourself for the first time, maybe since you were a child, right? It's very different from self-discovery or soul searching, right? This one is almost like seeing your inner child look back at you and smile. And that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Yeah, because I have the Empress here, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So I just kind of feel like your inner child could be that thing that's at the core that is about to re-emerge and bless you with its beautiful childlike wonder, or bless you with the unconditional love that your smaller human child, your inner child, felt when you were a young person. I know. I think that's the issue with humankind is in general, angels, which is why we find it so challenging sometimes to connect to the cosmic world. I'll say this publicly for the first time. I don't think there's such thing as aliens. I think they're all angels. I think the reason why some people see them and some people don't is based on their level of fear, right? More adventurous people may see angels and in cosmic bodies, because they don't have the weight of fear blocking them. When I see the devil with the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, I feel, and this is just my opinion, you don't have to agree with me, I think that the church and religion really introduced fear, right? This whole devil or serpent and don't go near the apple. I live in an abundant universe. My universe is nothing but apples. There's an abundance amount of apples. There is no punishment. There is no penalty. There is no don't do this and don't do that, right? My universe just says follow God, celebrate your inner light, be who you are, keep emerging, keep growing, keep evolving, right? And you can have whatever at your feet, whether you want to eat the apple or you wanted to eat the fucking serpent, right? But that's, again, just my opinion. But I do feel like, again, when you were a child, you could have had some sort of cosmic, religious, spiritual experience, and it scared the shit out of you, right? You could have seen ghosts or angels or what, and it scared the crap out of you. For some of you, whatever this is, it's reemerging. You're going to have to go back to that beautiful gift and that beautiful part of yourself that used to see God's beautiful angels. Just an example. The Nine of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So I have the Page of Pentacles here twice. Page of Pentacles here, Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, I kind of feel, and Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, I got a lot of pages here. I feel like again, inner children. You're going back to that inner child. There is something. There is a lesson, a gift, a miracle, just something that's sitting in your inner child that's about to emerge and bless the rest of your life. I feel like for a lot of you, especially who went through some really fucking bad breakups, I'm talking you still haven't recovered, who fear has crippled, right? I'm talking get them a handicap placard or a disabled placard. I know we don't use the term handicap anymore, right? Fear has crippled a lot of you. Universe is like, well, not no more, honey, because we about to dig them out that hole. Okay. Yeah, angels just said to me too, there's so much more work for a lot of you to do. And a lot of that work is going to come from the Fool, right? The Fool is, I'm so happy-go-lucky. I don't know anything about the world. So all I have is my joy and my wonder and my curiosity. And I'm going to go forth in the world. I feel like for a lot of you, you're about to return to that, right? You have been so beaten up and so battered by the world that it has suppressed that beautiful childlike part of you, and you have been living up until the point of the viewing of this reading. And basically this reading is designed to bring you up out of that shell, or it's almost, this is so sad to say, but it's what I'm getting. It's almost like a child who is sitting at the bottom of the ocean, right? And the universe is now going down there to recover that child, give it CPR, and bring that child back to life. Now, you will say to me, well, as a human, that can't happen. Number one, any human at the ocean bottom is definitely not coming back to life, right? But angels alike, angels are saying to me, again, there goes that human fear, right? That those lessons that you were taught to say, no, that miracle is impossible. Well, the universe is like, no, it's not. It's a miracle. So angels are going to leave you here, Scorpio, by saying to you, what in your life have you basically suppressed? What have you covered up by some sort of conditioning, some sort of belief system, some sort of emotions, some sort of mental, core value or value? What in your life are you suppressing, right? Oh, aliens are not real. Oh, angels are not real. Oh, the universe is not real. Oh, the God is not real. But there's an inner child inside of you that says, yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. So I'm just going to leave you there to meditate on that. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.